Hello guys. Welcome to Top Anime Sensei. This video is the part 6 of the martial tournament. So if you have not watched the previous parts, then please go check them. The links are in the description. And if you like the video, please subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. So without any further delay, let's start. To a ruler such as Carrion, such a choice wouldn't cause much harm regardless. He always had a carefree attitude and fought with the prowess of a king. However, Ranga's attack was not meant for Carrion in the first place. It was aimed at the mask on his face. Carrion chose to dodge in close quarters due to his unusually good instincts and prevented himself from getting harmed. Actually, his reflexes kicked in and he did it accidentally, which was why Ranga managed to cut open the mask with his claw. Datta cracked a cunning smile. Alright, all according to plan. He shouted excitedly and raised his kodachi to launch his giant icicle lance. Here I come. Tisk, smartass. Datta's goal seemingly wasn't to defeat Carrion physically, but instead to take off his mask. Upon realizing this, Carrion continued to fight with both hands covering his face. That afforded Ranga the opening to attack at will. It was as if both of Carrion's hands were tied, making it extremely difficult to handle Ranga. Such a dirty tactic. This is such a despicable way to fight. Fight seriously now. The audience began to complain. But Datta didn't mind at all. Shut up already. In this world, the winner is always right. Rimuru-sama used to say so too. He responded righteously to the audience. Please don't drag me into this. It should be expected from someone wanting to be among the 4 heavenly kings under the Demon Lord. He doesn't even feel shame when making use of such tactics. Seriously, he must have planned all of this from the start. Apparently it was the Demon Lord's idea. Look at his stupid face, there's no way he's that smart. The situation had flipped in Datta and Ranga's favor. In the end, Carrion stepped out of bounds voluntarily, and concluded the match. Damn it, I only lost because of your scheme. On the surface, Carrion seemed to maintain calm judgment, despite how pissed he must have been. Rather than continuing to embarrass himself with that match, he might as well just forfeit. It would be trouble if people knew that an ex-demon lord lost in this type of match. That was the right call. Had that person not done said thing, Datta would probably never have come up with a plan like that. What a surprising ending, truly surprising. Soka's announcement riled up the crowd as well. Some were shouting angrily, some were cheering, both mixed with laughter. But despite all of the complaints, the audience seemed to have had fun watching. That dude with the mask was being way too dramatic about keeping his face hidden, big deal. Many such comments were tossed around openly. But at the end of the day, Datta seemed to have been labeled as the bad guy. All in all, the people in the audience were all very satisfied. Afterwards, you participated in the fights without my permission, therefore I'm disallowing you to stay in my shadow as punishment for now. Ranga came back wagging his tail as I was announcing my judgment to him. He had apparently anticipated that I would praise him, but instead was shaken by my verdict. However, looking into Ranga's sad puppy eyes, my heart inevitably started melting. Ranga, although I just said that I would punish you, this will be moderated depending on the result of tomorrow's final. You have to work hard from now on. After all, you were considered a summoned beast. You must listen nicely to Datta's commands and not overdo things. I understand. Ranga was good friends with Shion and would sometimes take things too far when heated. If I didn't warn him now, I feared that he would cause some major trouble the next day. Datta, you and Ranga need to work hard together during tomorrow's final. Yes sir. Now I could rest assured, Datta would do his job tomorrow and help me evaluate Masayuki's true strength. Since the worst case scenario would be Ranga showing off his actual abilities in front of the crowd, and still losing to Masayuki, that would end in me getting forced on stage, by which time it would be difficult to resolve things through negotiations. Staying in the dark about Masayuki's abilities was worrisome, but if possible, I would like to avoid conflict. If Datta and Ranga achieved a clear victory, the issue would be resolved. In any case, everything would be determined by tomorrow's final showdown. And so, although another unplanned episode interrupted the second day as well, the celebration ended smoothly and according to plan. 6 of the matches had been fought out, with the remaining final taking place tomorrow. Masayuki vs Datta, a surprising matchup. Thankfully, the excited audience flooded the night market, skyrocketing sales. Dinner time was no different. The guests were divided into several tables where they would enjoy their meals. The topics of discussion were naturally all related to today's matches. In addition, people were also looking forward to tomorrow's final showdown. It was the same at our table. It was awesome. Sure enough, Masayuki-sama looks handsome even while just standing. Is that so? I like Sensei more though. Geld-san really got some moves, he was so rad. He didn't even flinch when defending against the ferocious attacks of Lion Mask. That's true. He was able to take on that Lion Mask's attacks. They were so strong. Lion Mask got so many cool looking moves. I want to learn them too. Gale wants to learn it as well? Me too. Yes, me too. Alice only loved Masayuki. Chloe had no interest in him. Kenya seemed to think Geld was quite cool, but Carrion seemed to be more popular. I supposed it was only natural, after all, Lion Mask was like a superhero. While I was learning much from the children's behavior, I placed down the dishes for the meal today. The dishes were specifically served for children. In truth, I really enjoyed it as well. The kids were all riled up after watching the day's matches, whereby their cheerful mood stood to prove how well our entertainment had worked. Carrion, sitting at the next table, was grinning, likely after overhearing the children's conversation. There was also a severely unhappy Milam. Hey, looks like they were charmed by me. These kiddos have good taste. What are you talking about? You couldn't even win a match like that. Don't put it that way, Milam. I was performing quite well already, even with much of my strength held back. How disappointing. Did you lose your pride as an ex-demon lord? Ha, there's no such thing. I already had some good fun with someone I wanted to fight, so I had no interest in winning afterwards. That makes me jealous. Yeah, I probably should have participated with a disguise as well. That's true, Milam-sama. I can't believe someone as noble as Milam-sama would want to participate in such a tournament with a disguise. Carrion and Midley felt the same as they began to calm Milam down. What noble quality does she have anyway? Never mind, I won't hold a grudge against them for that. Let's put that aside, we should go watch the final tomorrow. Oh, are you already done with the labyrinth? Everything's foolproof, I'll join Rimuru tomorrow. Should I accompany you? I won't be going. I got invited by my subordinates to go out. It's quite regretful that I won't be able to attend the final, but I've decided to take a stroll around town tomorrow. Carrion intended to travel with the Beastketeers, leaving Frey alone to watch over Milam. Milam seemed to be looking forward to more of the labyrinth demonstration later, so I shouldn't worry about her. Speaking of it, had I known how interesting the tournament was, I should have participated myself. Haha, by the way, what were you doing all day? Hey, Midley-san spent the day at the opera house, Frey remarked. It looked like she had been there as well. Huh? You mean the stuff that bored me to sleep yesterday? Carrion, a savage man like you probably doesn't understand art. Frey, for crying out loud, do you have to put it that harshly? Which one was that supposed to be? The concert, Milam. It was the type of band that Clayman would have been proud of. They played beautiful music. This country is training a band as well. I figure that, as opposed to Clayman's band, the one here was better. Ho! I didn't know you had that level of understanding. That didn't sound like a compliment. That's no surprise, since it wasn't one anyway. In any case, even Luminous felt that way. For the entire afternoon, the best seat of the opera house had been taken by her. I don't think you can really comprehend those music pieces with your level of artistic taste. Seriously, that Luminous? Did she actually come as well? Their enthusiastic chatter carried on like that without end. It was so nice that they were having such a fun chat. And so, I listened to everyone chatting on and on. By the way, what would you do if you were to fight that boy called Masayuki? Hinata asked me out of the blue. She cut to the chase without a warning. If that were the case, I guess I'd just have to fight him then? Rimuru-sensei is going to fight with Masayuki-sama? Sensei is really strong, but I think Masayuki-sama is stronger. How? I think Sensei is stronger. Hearing my conversation with Hinata, the children began to argue over which of us was stronger. Alice and Kenya were defenders of Masayuki, the rest were supporting me. Right, but honestly speaking, even I couldn't tell how strong that Masayuki guy is. You must treat him cautiously, there's no mistake about it, was the advice Hinata gave me. It turned out that Masayuki seemed to be an opponent that even Hinata had trouble reading. Although, most likely he would get defeated by me. Hinata uttered in provocation, with a smile at the end. That's true, I think Big Sis Hinata won't lose to anyone. Though I don't want to admit, Big Sis Hinata is super strong. I don't think anyone can win against Big Sis Hinata. I think so too. That's right, even that lion mask would definitely be no match for Hinata-san. I didn't expect the children to come to the unanimous conclusion that Hinata was stronger than Masayuki. A flash of annoyance overcame me in that instant. But Masayuki, unlike a certain person, would probably want to talk to me first, so I don't have to worry too much about it. Feeling a bit sour, I carelessly let that out in front of Hinata. What's that supposed to mean? That one sentence changed the atmosphere immediately. I had stepped on a major minefield. And it's an obvious mine that I stepped on. Ah, nothing really, don't mind me. I'm right here if you want to fight. Hinata-san, why are you so impulsive? I managed to quench her anger after this slip-up. That was a huge cost for an unnecessary line of words. But, just as you said, Masayuki can indeed be easily reached. Yuki also said that he's Masayuki's guardian. Masayuki will probably lose during tomorrow's match. I can't deny the possibility. However, his opponent will be Datta. That guy always fails during crucial moments. He would come up with boneheaded ideas and mess things up. That's the type of person Datta was. He would probably do the same during the final. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have not watched the previous parts, then please watch them. The links are in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates.